All right. Hi, good evening, madam. We are from Group 20. The reason of we are presenting right now is for our assignment 2, which is library management system. I myself, K. Darshan Nair, currently doing my bachelor in computer forensics. So basically for the assignment 2, we chose the question 1. As based on our question, we created a library management system. In the following system, the user can search for books and members, add and remove books, and borrow and return books using this system. It makes use of a library class, which is made up of a few books and member objects. The application offers a straightforward text-based user interface that allows the user with multiple choices, which they can choose simply by just entering a number. So moving on, I'll be explaining about the switch classes. So the code we have provided is for a library management system. The program contains a main menu that allows users to add new books, remove books, search for books by title or author, add new members, remove members, search for members by name or ID, borrow books, and lastly return books. The program is written in Java and uses a scanner to accept user input. It creates a library object and uses its methods to manipulate the book and member objects. So basically, the program has a statement that allows the user to select from the different option available in the main menu. For example, if the user selects the option 1, the program calls the add book method, which prompts the user to enter the book's ID, title, author, publisher, year of publication, book type, which is fiction or non-fiction, and the genre. The program then creates a new book objects using the input provided by the user and adds it to the library object using the library add book method. Similar methods are used for removing books and members as well as searching for books and members by title, author, name, or ID. The borrow book and return book method are used to check out and return books respectively. Overall, the program provides a basic framework for managing books and members in a library setting. That's all from me. Thank you. Moving on to the next member.
Hello, my name is Sigilan. So I'm going to explain about the member class Java. As you can see, public class member. This line defines the member is a class, and then private int member ID is this line declares a private instance variable called member ID, which is this variable is used to store the unique ID of the member. Next, private string name is actually same as private int member ID. The variable is used to store the name of the member. And same goes to private string contact info. This variable is used to store the contact information. And then, as you can see in line 11 till line 16, this is the constructor of the member class. It takes three arguments. Example, member ID, name, and contact info. The constructor sets the value of member ID, name, and contact info instance variable using this keyword. It also initializes the borrowing history list. So overall, this code defines a class called member that represent a library member. The class as instance variable for the member's ID, contact information, borrowing history. It also provides methods to borrow, return books as well, and better methods to access verify the member's information. So moving to
Hello, madam. My name is Kalinidhi. So I'm going to talk about the one of the concepts of the OOP, which is the end calculation. So in the library class, as you can see, there is a book and a member class, which makes them private, and they can only access them through a public method such as add books, remove book, and add member and search book by ID. So these variables are private that can be only be accessed within the library classes and cannot be accessed outside the library class. And moving on to the book class, which is Anil. Moving on to the book class, the same encapsulation is used with the private, which used as a book ID, title, author, publisher, and year. These five uh, variables are private, which means cannot be accessed directly from outside the book class, which means it can be accessed in the book class only. Other than the classes provided are public class, which is the setter and getter methods. And moving on to the below one, Anil, can you go to the last part? Down. Okay. Public string to string. This method in the class encapsulate the logic of formatting and displaying the book objects state as a string, which means it keeps the implementation of the details of the book, and in the class it is hidden from the outside of class, provides a well-defined interface to accessing the object state. That's all for me, madam. Moving on to next member.
So hello madam, I am Muhammad Rifki. So I'll be explaining the second concept of OOP that we use in our system, which is inheritance. So we use the inheritance in the book type class, so which the class is extends from the book class. So we use the private string type for book type. So we extend from book which we wrote super book ID, title, author, publisher, year, and type. So for this type of book, it will display whether it is a fiction book or non-fiction book. For example, when the user add a new book, so the system will ask the user whether it is a fiction book or non-fiction book. So as you can see right here. So after the user already add a new book, then if the user wants to search any book, so they can search by ID or by author. Then it will display the book details such as the book ID, title, author, publisher, year, and the type of book. So it will display the book is fiction or non-fiction. So I think that is all from me. Moving on to the next person.
Alright, good evening, madam. So I'll be explaining about the third concept that we have added in our Java programming. So the third concept is the polymorphism. As we can see, the first line, which is a public class, book genre, extends book type. This is a public class which is extended by book type, which is the subclass, which is an inheritance class. And the book genre is the polymorphism class that I'm talking about. So the reason why we have used the private string here is because it declares a private instance variable where the call genre can only be accessed within the book genre class. And then moving on, as we can see, the public book genre, this is used when it declares this is used when a constructor for the book genre class that takes in several parameters, including the book ID and book title, string author, and string publisher, and all this so on. As this class that takes in several parameters includes the book ID, will be moving on to the super class, which is this line. All right. So this line calls the constructor of the superclass book type with the book ID, title, author, publisher, year, and type parameter. And then moving on for this genre equals to genre, This line assigns the value of the genre parameters to the genre instance variable of the book genre, where object is using the word this as a keyword. And then moving on to this following line. All right, so basically this line is where the line will define a getter method for the genre instance variable. And then the return is where the line will value of the genre instance variable. And then moving on to the public void set genre string genre, sorry. And yeah, so this line defines a setter method for the genre instance. And then for the 10 line, this genre, as we can see here, this line assigns the value of parameter to the genre instance variable to the book genre object using the this keyword. And then this following code here, as we can see. So for the public string to string, for this, the line overrides the toString method to the superclass book type to return a string representation to the book genre object. And then the return superstring is where this line calls the toString method to the superclass book type and appends the genre instance variable to the return string separated by a new line character. That's all from me. Moving on to Joshua.
All right, so I'll be concluding the assignment, giving a conclusion for the whole assignment 2, madam. So in conclusion, the assignment 2 helped us to achieve a wide understanding regarding creating a library management system. As the program was created based on the question, there were several challenges we faced in order to complete the assignment. This is because we had to include the concept of encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Despite the challenge of facing many errors, the program was managed to be built according to the criteria, as the program we have created is helpful for a library as it can be used as the management system. This is because the program is able to handle many different functions and work efficiently. Creating the program has also helped us to understand a better way to work in a group and complete the program, as it would be difficult to complete it without a proper help from group members. Throughout the journey for completing the assignment 2, there was a lot of research done, and we have completed the assignment 2 efficiently. That's all from us, Group 20. Thank you so much, madam. So moving on, madam, we are just planning to make a small tutorial of us running the code and showing you the output. We have created our PowerPoint slides, but in the slides we just added a few pictures, not a few pictures, all the pictures of the output, but it's also in the report. So I think we thought it's better for us to like make a just include this tutorial video in our presentation, whereby we will be showing the way we run the code, and we'll be showing the output altogether. That's what Anil is doing right now.
Yes. So you can see here by adding two different options, which is non-fiction and fiction. So earlier I've added fiction, now it's going to be non-fiction, and you can be seen the new book has been added successfully. Now we can search by the title, Anil. Okay, so this is when I search by the title, as we can see the details of the book is here. And then by author, when we search by author, which is Rifki. So let's search with author, inserting the author's name, Rifki. Yes, you can be seen the book details has been shown again. And then moving on, we can add new member. So let's say we add a new member, which is 007. And then new member name, Segilan. And contact information, I will add my phone number instead. And it can be seen as new member has been added successfully. And then we can search the member, remove a member, I'll be doing it later. We can search by name, which is Segilan, right? So let's search by name. Segilan. As can be seen, the details of Segilan is here. And we can also search by the ID, which is 007. As we can see, the details has been shown again. And we can also borrow a book where we can just simply add the book ID. For example, earlier I've added a book ID which is 2101. Let me just show once more. Yeah, 2101. Okay, so let me add the book ID 2101. So it shows that enter the book.
Anil,
Yeah,
the first one is book ID.
okay, never mind. It's okay. Let's show the wrong one first. Okay, so let me add let me add it backwards. So it shows as invalid member. As 2101 there is no such member. And if we do the same as book ID as well, as we can as you can be seen again, let me show 007, which was the Gillen's ID, and the book ID is 2101, but I'm going to add 2122. It shows invalid booking as well. And now let's put the right one, 007, the Gillen's ID, and the book 2101. It shows as the book has been bought successfully. And then moving on, as we want to return the book that has just been borrowed, the member ID would be 007, Gillen's ID, and enter book ID 2101, the right information. It shows as book written successfully. For this as well, it shows the same thing as I did before. Even if I add an wrong member ID, it shows as wrong member. And if I add wrong book, it shows as wrong book ID. To save the time, so I'll move on with remove a book. Okay, so let's say I want to remove a book. I'll just add the ID of the book, which is 2101, the book that I've created earlier. It shows that the book, wait, what? Sorry, 2101, right? Okay, say as we can see, 2102, it shows that it's not found because it's the wrong ID. It's 2101. Book removed successfully, and let's remove a member, which was Sagilan, right? So 007, Sagilan's ID. Let's enter the wrong ID first. Member not found. So now let's enter the right ID, which is Sagilan, right? So 007, Sagilan's ID, and it shows that member removed successfully. Now let's search for Sagilan, okay? So wait a minute, yeah, okay. Let me search for Sagilan. Member not found because he has just been removed. So that's all from us. Thank you very much.